welcome to Edit Pro, the place to go for all your editing needs. Today we'll be giving an introduction to new users of Final Cut Pro 10 version 10.1.4. This is for all you out there who have never used the program, maybe you've never used any version of Final Cut. So we're going to give you the bare introduction, bare basics, and we'll go on to more and more advanced tutorials and get you at a pro level in no time. Okay, so let's go ahead and open up Final Cut Pro 10. All right, so when we open up, it looks something like this. Obviously, you may not have any media yet, but let's go over the basic interface. On the top left here is the Libraries section. It's folders where all your events, all your projects, all the media for those events and projects will be. You can organizes it and makes it easy for you to find whatever you're looking for. Here is your media window. This is the place where all your unedited video clips, your pictures, your audio, whatever you're using for your project will be. And you can view them, you can scrub through them, make selections of what you like, what you don't like, and you can view everything over here in the viewer window, which will show anything on the timeline or on the media, depending what you're looking at. Now, down here is the timeline. The gray section in the middle is the primary timeline, although you could put stuff anywhere, top or bottom. And it, of course, depends on whatever it is you are working on. You may need more than one layer, titles, audio, video, who knows. Over here is the button where you import media. You could also use Command-I on the keyboard, or click this button here to import media into your events. We'll go over that more in the next video. The next three buttons are for selecting your favorites or rejecting media, something you like or don't like. The little key here would add a keyword which creates a subfolder in your media. The next three selections are ways to import your media from here onto the timeline. And this little box here is your basic tools. You got your select, your trim, position, range, blade, zoom, hand. The next tutorial will explain what all of those do for you. Over here is the time window. This tells you the time of your project. It gives you your frames, what frame you're at, the seconds, minutes, hours. The levels over here are the audio levels, so you can see, you never wanted to go into the red. Over here is how far Final Cut is performed on background tasks, such as rendering footage. Final Cut renders in the background for you, so you can use your media right away without waiting, which is a great feature. The buttons here under the viewer are for you to go backwards, forwards, and play. You could also use the spacebar on your keyboard to play. Okay, over here is your enhancements, which will give you, you can balance color, match color, all different types, audio enhancements. This is your time, if you want to slow up your media, if you want to make it faster, normalize it, reverse the clips, all different options. The next one is your effects. And there's tons of video and audio effects, which we'll get into in later tutorials. You could, of course, fool around with them, see what they do, try to work them out. Here is the photos, which you can import photos from iPhoto, Photo Booth. You could also add other folders here. Music from GarageBand, iTunes, iLife Sound Effects, iMovie. This is the transitions folder. You'll find all different types, fades, you can do stylized versions, and they're broken up into categories, and you can scrub through them to kind of see what they look like. Next to T is for the titles folders. And here is all different types of folders, titles you'll need. Next is the generators, which creates cool effects like clouds when you want your title floating in the clouds, or if you have some green screen footage, you could drop it underneath and make a background. And this is the themes browser. And what the themes is kind of a combination of the titles, generators, and the transitions. And say you have a documentary, right? So it's going to give you titles that are typical in documentaries, video transitions you'd find, the generators. Next up is the inspector. The inspector helps you if you have an effect on your media in the timeline. You can make changes to that effect. You can make changes to the color of your media, transform, scaling, positions, your rotations. You can crop, distort, all different things. You also have some of these options over here to transform, crop, or distort your footage, and you could do it right on the viewer. And there's also audio options here. You can make audio enhancements if you're looking to do 5.1 surrounds, levels, panning, effects. If you have effects on your audio, they would show up here. And finally is the share, which is when you're done with your project, you're going to share it. And there's a couple different codecs you can use here. You can go directly to YouTube or Facebook. You can also add a destination, which gives you more choices, Blu-ray. Perhaps if you have compressor, you can send it there or another source. But we'll get more into that in the next tutorial. That's it for now. Please check out the next video, and we'll get into some basic editing. Thank you.